All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are jumping straight into the future, a future that's just around the corner. We're talking about the 2026 playbook for AI in advertising. And trust me, it's going to completely flip the script on everything you thought you knew about media buying and creating ads. Okay, let's kick things off with a statement that might sound a little crazy. By 2026, the way we've been doing ads for years, sitting there meticulously picking keywords, yeah, that's going to be ancient history, totally obsolete. So you're probably thinking, okay, if we're not using keywords, what are we doing? How on earth do we find the right people to show our ads to? Well, it's all about this massive mental shift. We're going to stop micromanaging the machine and start acting more like its strategic partner, feeding it the right kind of fuel. And that's where this idea of black box optimization comes into play. You've probably heard of the tools, Google's PMax, Meta's Advantage Plus. Think of them less like a tool you have to program and more like a brilliant, autonomous employee. You don't give them a step-by-step to-do list. You just give them the goal, like, hey, I need more sales. And then you let their incredible machine learning algorithms figure out the smartest, fastest path to get there.
And I mean, this is a huge change from the old way of doing things. For years, it's been about making educated guesses, right? Targeting based on simple stuff like men, age 25 to 34, lives in the city. The new way, it's called predictive conversion. It's not about guessing anymore. The AI is sifting through billions of data points about what people actually do online, their behavior, their intent, to predict with scary accuracy who's not just going to click, but who's actually going to buy.
This completely changes the job description for marketers, leading to this crucial new skill, signal engineering. You're no longer just targeting people in Jambi. That's way too broad. The real magic, the competitive edge, comes from doing the deep human work of understanding your customers' pain points and then feeding those insights, those signals, to the AI. Here's how it breaks down. You do the research. You figure out the why, the real human motivation behind a purchase. You feed that data, that intent, into the system. The AI takes those signals, crunches the numbers, and builds this incredibly sophisticated lookalike audience. And the key is, it's based on actual behavior, what people do, not just the boxes they tick on a profile. And this is where your ad spend gets supercharged. It's a concept called value-based bidding, or VBB. You're basically training the AI to be your company's best financial advisor. You teach it what your most valuable customers look like. The AI then goes out and puts your money where it counts, bidding higher for those high-value leads and pretty much ignoring the tire kickers and window shoppers. It's all about maximizing every single dollar. Okay, so the AI is a genius at finding the perfect person. Awesome. But now what? If you show that perfect person a generic, boring ad, you've wasted all that effort. The ad itself has to be just as intelligent. And that brings us to the second massive change, saying goodbye to the static, one-size-fits-all ad forever. Seriously, the idea of creating one ad and just hoping it resonates with everyone, it's already on its way out. The future is what we call a multimodal ad stack. It's a fancy way of saying your ad creative is no longer fixed. It's fluid. It adapts, in real time, to the individual who's looking at it. Get this, you start with one single ad script. Just one. From that, the AI can spin up literally thousands of unique versions on the fly. So let's say you just searched for hiking boots. The AI knows this. So the ad you see might have its background swapped out for a mountain scene using a video model like Veo. The music might change to something more adventurous with an audio tool like Lyria. And the opening line, the hook, a language model like Gemini will rewrite it to be perfectly tailored to you. It's personalization on a whole new level.
But wait, it gets even cooler. The innovation isn't just about the ad you see, it's about what happens next. We all know the drill. You click learn more and get dumped on some generic, often boring landing page. Well, say goodbye to that and say hello to something called the Opal Conversion Bridge.
The entire user journey just becomes frictionless. Instead of being sent away, you interact with a mini app right there inside the ad experience. Maybe it gives you an instant style match for a piece of clothing or calculates your potential ROI on a software product. The point is, you get immediate, personalized value. All that friction? Gone. Okay, I can hear you thinking, but even the coolest ad gets old, right? People get ad blindness. They just tune it out after seeing it a few times. So how does this new automated system deal with that? The answer is basically a robot that never sleeps. You've got AI monitoring systems, like these things called Gemini Gems, that are watching your ad performance data 24/7. The instant they detect that the click-through rate is starting to dip, even slightly, they automatically trigger the system to generate a whole new set of visuals. It stops ad fatigue in its tracks before a human would even have time to pull up the report. So let's address the elephant in the room. If AI is doing the targeting, the bidding, the ad creation, and the optimization, what's left for us humans to do? Is this the end of the marketing job? Not at all. But the job is definitely changing. Think of it this way. Your role evolves from being a piano player, hitting every single key manually, to being the conductor of an entire orchestra. You are the AI orchestrator. Your job isn't the tedious setup anymore. It's to provide the creative fuel, the assets, the ideas, and the strategic direction, those all-important signals. You set the vision, and you let the AI's incredible power handle the execution. And that really leaves us with one big question to chew on, doesn't it? If the AI is going to handle all the tactical execution, what is the single most valuable human skill in marketing going forward? It's probably not what we used to think. It's the deep, unautomatable stuff, genuine customer empathy, brilliant strategic thinking, and truly disruptive creativity. The things a machine, no matter how smart, just can't replicate.